Now, if you could continue on, Your Honor, to, I believe, if I could be so officious and say this may be some of the most key aspects of the testimony for Your Honor's inquiry. 6, question. All right, it goes without saying, I'm going to ask it anyway. You haven't been paid by the defense. Answer, you have not paid us anything. No. 100% correct. And you don't work for us. That's correct. There was no engagement. There was no engagement letter signed. There was no retainer. Those discussions that were started on March 20th were paused with a March 22nd email, and they never were re-engaged. They were never re-engaged. They got to eventually get them on the stand, but there was no retainer. There was no terms of the engagement. To the best of my knowledge and my review of all these facts and discussions with counsel, so here's the punchline, Your Honor, with the invoice. Came out of the blue. It came out of the blue. It gets sent to Mr. Jackson's office in July. I can't reveal attorney-client communications, but I can tell you there's one person that was more shocked than most about the invoice coming in and the amount. So what happened? And this is, Your Honor, objective. These are recollections, information. The defense team called Mr. Adam Deitch at the U.S. Attorney's Office. What is this? Can we pay it? We supposed to pay it? I encourage Your Honor to communicate with the U.S. Attorney's Office about, did this conversation really occur? What was the substance of the conversation? Because, as I understand it, one of the questions of Mr. Deitch was, can we pay this? Are we going to be in violation of some expectation of yours? We want to do this the right thing. Mr. Deitch said, yes, you can pay. Why would the call go into Mr. Deitch if there was a prior agreement that they would be paid for anything? There would be no reason for the call.
Did they pay it?
Yes, that was just the point I was going to get to.
And when was that?
The best of my understanding was very close in time to when it occurred. So I understand the date of this invoice, the date of the invoice is July 12th. And let me, I think I can get you the exact dates here. Mr. Jackson's firm, not Mr. Jackson, but a staff member, and I want to be careful of attorney-client communication, so I'm not going to talk about the subject, but communicated to Ms. Reed that this invoice had come in. And I believe that communication was toward the end of July, maybe I'm going to roughly estimate the 24th. And then there was a communication, of course, with Mr. Deitch. And after Mr. Deitch said, yes, it's permissible to pay that, I believe the payment was made very shortly thereafter, maybe within a week.
When was that? Within a week, within that July 24th date?
Get you an exact answer?
I would like that.
Sure. I'm going to attempt to get an exact. If I can't, I think I can get a good approximation. Your Honor, I understand a check was sent to ARCA on July 25th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there's no doubt the invoice was paid. But the story is not solely about was the invoice paid. The important part of the story, about the facts, is it came out of the blue. And I don't expect anybody to take my characterization 100%, but that's my full understanding. But the call to repeat to Mr. Deitch is, to me, the corroboration of that very point. And it's an important one. It's an important question, and it's important, very important question. But it's an important fact point as well that that call was made.